about SJR, SJR, the expanded version of SJR is Shimago Journal Rank. You can even make it as SC Imago Journal Rank, or you can even call it as Shimago Journal Rank. Now, I would like to tell you some broad about the Shimago Journal Rank. What actually this research metric will tell us when you want to know about SJR, what actually the Shimago Journal Rank will tell us. So here, this particular Shimago Journal Rank will tell us the quality of a research journal, quality of research journal publishing editorial office, as well as the quality of a country, which is, I mean, quality nothing but whether it is in the first rank, second rank, third rank, and fourth rank. All those things will be there, right? So it is going to tell us the quality of a country which are producing the quality journals. So this is what the main motive behind the construction of the Shimago Journal Rank is to check precisely the quality of a journal. That is nothing but we can broadly we can make it say it as the prestige of a country, prestige of a journal will be evaluated by this particular research metric, that is SJR, Shimago Journal Rank. So this SJR, which is mainly aimed at the capturing the effect of the subject field, as I already told you, the quality and the reputation of a journal, along with the reputation and the quality of a country in which it is producing the journal. For example, let us talk about again the same journal. What I'm we'll take an example of in one Indian journal. That is, we have the current science and. Let me tell you guys, if you are more interested in research, daily go and Google it, the current science and. So daily you are going to come across, again, it's a research journal. You are going to get daily you are going to get a good information, good articles in the current science. This is again indigenous. Again, I mean, this is what Indian national in Indian international journal. So what happens? Because of the current science, because of number of publication, because of more novel, more innovative publications in the current science, where we can stand with the help of current science, we can increase our reputation, we can increase our quality in the global level. Similarly, when one US journal may be there, Journal of Cluster Science in the US journal. So because of that particular journal, because of the quality, because of the novelty, because of the innovations in that particular journal publications, what happens? The quality as well as the recognition as well as the reputation of the US country will increase. So similarly, what happens? Both are interrelated, directly related. So if the quality of a journal is more, then what happens? The quality of a country is going to be increased. So this is going to be what we call tell us by the Shimago Journal Rank. So here I think I have not mentioned the country here, just given only the journal, the reputation, quality, as well as the field of a journal based on the citations itself. Again, the main, as I already told you, that the Shimago Journal Rank, which is going to calculate the prestige of a journal by considering the value of the sources. I mean, value of the sources, nothing but how the journal is there, what is the citations of the journal, what is the number of readers of that journal, how they are accessing the journal, and number of articles being published in a journal. For example, what happens? There are some journals which are going to publish articles once in 3 months. So once in 3 months, so they will be having around now one book around, we can say it as a 10 chapters or 12 chapters. Similarly, so after completion of a 12 chapters, we'll go for a volume 2 to start with the 13th or 14th chapter. Similarly, even in online also, there are 4 volumes until every year they are publishing the 4 volumes. Then the first volume will be having around 80 to 60 to 80 issues. Sorry, pardon, 10 to 12 issues. Each issues will be having around 15 to 20 articles. So this is how they are going to make it. Though it is offline, I mean, though it is online, though it is electronically publishing one, they are going to maintain the quality by publishing only the relevant articles, only the innovative articles, only the novel articles in their journal webpage. So this again, citation from a journal with high SJR is more valuable than the journal which is having less citations. What happens if the number of citations are more? Then the value of a journal will be increased because of high SJR, Shimago Journal Rank. If the citations are less, then the SJR value is going to be come down. Because of that, even the journal rank or journal prestige is also going to be come down. So we'll show you how the SJR can be seen in the Google and how to check, how to know the SJR value and all those things in the coming slide, where the SJR, how to calculate the SJR. The SJR nothing but average number of the citations. Let me tell you in the bracket, I have given it as weighted. Weighted nothing but, for example, we have published an article in 1.1 impact factor journal. If your article has been cited by the 2 impact factor journal, nothing but your article is been cited by high impact factor journal. I mean, I'm publishing an article, for example, let us say the Guru Kiran has published an article in 1 impact factor journal. And tomorrow I will start writing an article and I will cite the work published by Guru Kiran, and I'm going to publish my article in 2 impact factor journal. So what happens? I'm citing an low impact factor journal article and I'm publishing my article into impact factor journal. Nothing but here the weightage of a citation is going to be increased by the because of I am publishing an article in high impact factor journal just by citing the low impact factor published article. Right? So that is what are given as a weighted citations of a journal in a given year divided by number of articles published in journal in the previous 3 years. So the calculation of SGR is mainly determined by the number of citations of that particular year. For example, if you want to calculate the SGR rank and SGR value, you have to count the total number of citations in that particular year. For example, in 2021, you want to calculate the SGR value, just count the average, just count the citations in the 2021 divided by put the total number of published articles in the past 3 years, 2019, 20, 21. Sorry, pardon, 2018, 19, and 20. So past 3 years, 18, 19, and 20. 3 years articles has to be kept at the bottom, and you have to put the, the what we call the citations of the present year has to be kept on the top. So the divided, again, division of this value will give the SGR, where similar to that of SNIP, source normalized impact per paper, site score. Similarly, SJR is also calculated using the Scopus data. Nothing but this is also directly related. This is also designed with the help of elsewhere publishing authorities. So impact factor is a common one. It is available for all the journals which are indexed in the Web of Science. But SNIP, site score, SJR are those which are indexed in the Web of Science as well as the Scopus database, where to know the SNIP, site score, and SJR, you need to go for the the journals which are Scopus indexed one. They are the only journals will get the value of SNIP, site score, and SJR. So now in a clear angle, in my previous class, I think I had explained about some of the 3 important journals. One is Elsewhere, another one is Springer, another one is Nature. Okay, this Springer articles, the Springer publishers are not included in a Scopus database, though they are a peer-reviewed one. But because the Scopus database is being exclusively made for those the articles which are being published in the Elsewhere journals or Elsewhere publishing. So you are going to get the impact factor of all the journals. It may be Elsewhere journal, it may be the Nature journal, it may be the Springer journal. But because all the journals, most of the reputed journals are the peer-reviewed one, and if they are indexing in the Web of Science, then they are going to get the impact factor, genuine impact factor. Where to know the SNIP value, site score value, SJR value, they must be indexed alone in a Scopus database, or they may be available in the Web of Science also. It is not wrong if the any Elsewhere journals are available in the Web of Science, because Web of Science is a cumulative information of all the peer-reviewed articles. Cumulative information of the citations of all the journals, peer-reviewed journals. It may be any type. It may be Hindwar, it may be JSTOR, it may be Springer, it may be a Scopus, it may be a Nature, it may be anything. But they must be peer-reviewed. Where the Scopus data is the Scopus index are only the Elsewhere journals, only the Elsewhere publishing articles. So SNIP is available for only the Elsewhere articles, site score is available only for the Elsewhere articles, and SJR, Shimago Journal Rank, is also available for only the Elsewhere articles, nothing but the Scopus database indexing articles. Now we'll now let us check about the Shimago Journal Rank. What actually it will tell us. So if you want to know in detail about the Shimago Journal Rank, you have to visit this particular. I think I have given some this one. This link here it is, and if you just you can through the link you can get the particular image in the website. So here we are going to see, when you open this, you are going to get the journal ranking, country ranking. So you can even search the journal search. Nothing but if you have any idea of the journal, for example, let us take Plant Biotechnology and Genetic Engineering is a journal which has been run by Elsewhere. So if you know the name of a journal, just go and click on journal search in the open matter. You will get an empty space, like Google having empty space in the search bar. There you just put the journal name and it will show you the quality as well as the reputation. And if you want to know about the your country rank, if you are from Pakistan, you can even check the Pakistan. You just put the country name of the Pakistan, and you will come to know what is the level or what is the reputation of Pakistan in the academics. Okay, I think most of the students are from India itself, but if you are anyone from the Pakistan, you can even check it the value or quality of your country. And now coming to the now let me talk about the rank. As I already told you, the rank. In the rank option, I think can you all able to see the highlighted one, red color one, and even I'm rotating my cursor to the rank. You are going to get the 2 values or 2 informations. One is journals as well as the country. Even you can, the second option is analyze. Here, analyze, you can go for analyzing with the previous year, or a previous 2 years, or a previous 3 years, or a previous 10 years, something. But you can check the quality, how it is, whether it is increasing every year, or it is decreasing, or it is the value of a, or a reputation of a journal is stagnant, or a reputation of a country is stagnant as per the research. That you can check. And one more point is a compare. You can compare with the different countries of the research, and you can even compare the different journals. For example, you have an article on a nanoparticles, so you want to publish it in a nanoparticle journal, and both Springer also having some of the nanoparticle journals, and even the elsewhere also having the nanoparticle journal. Even in elsewhere also there are many nanoparticle journals are there. There are some multidisciplinary journals are there. So you may having some confusion in which journal I want to publish. So even in the, because it is a Scopus database, so you are going to get only the elsewhere related articles, I mean elsewhere publishing articles. So find out any better elsewhere journals which are publishing the nanoparticles research. So find out, after finding out, just consider, if for example you have got the three best journals, and you can go for comparing those three journals, and you can even check which journal is having more quality, which journal is increasing every year, which journal is decreasing every year. I mean, the complete quality of a journal can be compared with this data, this particular structure, even the country also, and some of the visualize there, I think. But if, for example, when I talk about the botany, you are going to get some of the sub-disciplines of botany, anatomy, biotechnology, cytology, microbiology, all the things you are going to get. There you can come to know in which field your article or your subject expert will suit. That you can get it from this fourth one, that is a visualize. And here, just without making much of ambiguity as well as a complex, just I made here, just I have continued with only the rank. I would like to show you all that. So when you go for the rank, then we are going to have just open only the journal rank. So here you are going to get subject area. You can just by clicking here, I think, can you all able to see the arts and humanities in the subject area in front of the subject area? Can't see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here in the arts and humanities, you just select your science, and your subject area also you can select your life science or appliance science, anything you're going to get. The country. So you want to check in the whole world which journal or which article is best. I mean, which journal or which publisher is best. So order by, again, SJR, Chicago Journal Rank order, and you are going to see once after that. Oh my God. Yeah. So you are going to get in the with related to arts and humanities, history, and all those things. You are going to get the top 5 journals. Just see the quality one, Q1, 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 Q1. Even the SJR value 1872. You are going to get even the H index of that journal. H index will not tell you in the next slide. Okay, a total documents of that particular year 56 with regard to political geography. Total documents of the past 3 years 153. Total references 3.171 is a percentile. Okay, total citations of that the last past 3 years 350. I mean, every documents will be, every information will be getting through the SJR. Okay, the country, again, I don't know which country it is, and so here are some of the information. So would you like to see I mean the present 2021 nodebeka? So if you want to check, and we'll go directly to the previous one, and we'll show you that. If not, we'll continue with the next one. Okay. SJR. Okay, can anyone able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, again, just see here, I opened the SC Imago journal rank itself, and here you can see the journal ranks, country rank, and some other tools. Again, updated version of the web page have been updated. You will see the explore will go directly to there, and I'm selecting the subject area. Oh my God, we'll talk about. And now we'll talk about the license. Yeah, agriculture board of construction. Here I'm talk about some food science and agriculture. In agriculture and biological and subfield where we have food science. Let us take about the whole world will study, and only the journals we are going to select, not the book series. And in the year we have the latest one is 2020. Now, see the Nature Sustainability Journal is again from Britain, stand first Q1. Is there any Indian journal that we check? That are publishing. Search country director. Okay. Here, let's see here, Journal of Food Science and Technology. Here it is at Q2. Can you all able to see this one? Q2.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So the SGR value of this particular journal, which is run by India, is at a Q2. Q2 the quality second. There are SGR provides 4 ranks: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Again, in India, especially with regard to the agriculture and biological discipline, we are going to see the second rank or Q2 with the only one journal, that is Journal of Food Science and Technology. And we have Q3 Range Management and Agroforestry. Again, we have Q4 also Journal of Applied Biology and Biotechnology. Like this, you can check. You can check the quality of a journal, and you can even check the quality of a country. We'll talk about the country now. We'll see the country. So just here now better numbers agriculture biological science and biological science. Let us take all subject categories and all regions, and we'll select only the present year. Just see in the 2020, China is at first country. Total number of documents, I mean the the publications from China is 53,963. So here are some of the information of all those things. And India stands fourth rank. Now we may ask, sir, why we have to know all those things? Because if you are a research student, you must know everything, each and everything. Okay, now? Because of that, after knowing all those things, then only you can go for even the World Trade Organization and as well as World Health Organization, even the United Nations, based on the research performance. They are going to check all the parameters: SNIP parameter, SGR parameter, impact factor, HNS, every parameter they are going to check. Accordingly, the United Nations are going to provide the funding for research. So just see like this: China may receive more amount, more funding. United States may receive more amount. Brazil may be having again. So like this, again, India is ranked at 4. Okay, na? So this is how we have to check SGR value in through through the website. And this is what with regard to the SGR. And one more thing, guys, in my previous class, I was talking about the site score also, and we'll even show you the site score, how to check the site score. And for that, let me share the slide. So can you all able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And here I have some information how to check the site score. So just can you all able to see the this is what the image of elsewhere. Okay, na? So I'm putting I have an article, and just I'm putting the information of that article, and finally we are going to see some of the publishers because here you can see the journal finder for the elsewhere. So by putting my title of the article as well as abstract, it will suggest us some of the related the articles which can be accepted. I mean, which can be having the similar scope for the publications will be shown by elsewhere. I think elsewhere journal finder antize, and some of the information I will put here. And after putting the information, it will finally come out with some of the suggestions for us. So the title of the paper has been put, has been added, and paper of the abstract has been added, and the keywords has been given. And now click on the find journals, and you are going to see some of the yes, fine. So it is my article, what I'm written right now, will be eligible to publish in 49 articles. It doesn't mean that all the 49 journals will accept our article. It is the 49 journals which my article will match the scope of the 49 journals. As I already told you that the site score is meant only by the Scopus index database. Scopus index database preferably the elsewhere. So just see, can you all able to see when you find when you put all the information related information. So for example, you are going to get the Arabian Journal of Chemistry. The site score of this is 9.4. The impact factor is 4.762. The acceptance rate, nothing but if you if you for example, out of 100 articles, they are going to accept only the 34 articles. And the time taken for the first edition, nothing but once after the submission, once the editor is considered your article which is suit the scope of a journal, then it will take 6 weeks from the peer review team, nothing but the two experts and the editor, to tell you what is the status of a journal, what is the status of your article, whether it is going to publish, or whether it is going to have any corrections, or whether it is going to reject. So they may take around 6 weeks. After the 6 weeks, then remaining 6 weeks is needed for the publication. Nothing but if the article is accepted by the is suggested by the peer review committee to accept your article, then the editorial board will take around further 6 more weeks to publish it to in online like this. So you can see the site score of all the elsewhere journals. This is Journal of Science, Advanced Materials and Devices. Here, Journal of Saudi Chemical Society having 7.6. Like this, Helion is having the site score of 2.1. Biotechnology Report is having 6.0. So like this, you are going to get all this. Just see, even the impact factor is also not available for all the journals. Just see this one. Arabian Journal of Chemistry is having 4.762, where Journal of Science, Advanced Materials and Devices is not having impact factor. Though it is Web of Science, though it is Scopus indexed one, it is not yet received any impact factor. Again, to get the impact factor, it has to do a lot of publication, lot of citation has to be required for that. Right. So this is what regarding the site score. Okay, guys, and let me finally come to the last one of the today's class, and we'll wait for a minute. We'll inform Jyoti madam so that you can wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Please engage class. Okay. At what time can I suggest madam to engage the class? 3:45, okay? Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, inform ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Okay. Okay, now coming to the last bit of the today's class and even the research metrics also. Hope all the students can able to see the screen. Now coming to the H index. Here the H index, nothing but H stands for the Hirsch, is the person who has introduced the research metric, that is H index. This H index is been given to measure the journal as well as author quality. Okay, na? So earlier it has been, the main intention was introduction or creating the H index is to check the quality of an author. Later on, it has been moved to even the journal quality also be needed for to know the quality of a, because different parameters are being employed for the knowing the quality of a journal. So even H index is also can be employed for knowing the quality of a journal. So the author matrix H index. Today I'm going to explain only the author matrix H index. The same methodology can be applied for knowing the quality of a journal. The journal H index. So this is in the present slide, which explain or which depicts about the author level research. I mean, author level, the quality as well as the number of articles which have been published and how the person is related to a particular field. All those things will be given by Hirsch in the year 2005. In the honor of that, he has been named it as H index. Okay, na? So what actually the main role behind or main reason behind the construction of H index is this H index is the measurement tool. The main purpose behind the construction of this tool is to check the productivity of a researcher. Just not in the number, qualitative as well as a quantitative productivity of a researchers will be calculated by this H index. So, for example, now highest H index having person in India is who is that person? CNR. Is the only one Indian to score more than 100 H index. If you only want to check, you can go on Google Scholar and I'm already in the Google Scholar efficient site there Google Scholar just go and type CNR, you will come to know that dashboard open agate. In the dashboard you are going to see the right side. 100 is the only Indian to have 100 H index. Nandu 3 then I will show you mine only now itself. So it is going to tell you the productivity of a researcher based on the number of papers he has published, based on number of citations he has received for each articles, all those things year wise. And the H index, how to calculate the H index, the number of articles published which have received the same number of a citation. For example, if I have published 3 articles, each article has to get 3 citations. Nothing but the first article has to have 3 citations, the second article should have a 3 citations, and the third article should have a 3 citations. Then only I will be having 3 H index. If I publish 4 articles, let us take, ನಾನು 4 articles publish ಮಾಡಿದೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Only 3 articles are having 3 citations ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Fourth article is having only 2 or only 3 citations ಇದ್ರೆ my H index will be again 3. ಯಾಕೆ? Because each and every article should match with the total number of a publication of a person. ಈಗ ನಾನು 4 article publish ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ each article should have at least 4 citations, then only I can have 4 H index. If there is any one article is having less than 4, only 3 ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. All the 3 articles are having 4 citations. My 4th article is having only 3 citations. My H index will be the 3. We'll show you that. What actually the advantages and the disadvantages are, the results of the H index are not skewed. Nothing but you are going to get precisely the H index is directly related to the number of articles as well as number of citations in each article. So there is no chance of skewing. And the next is the disadvantages. The disadvantages are those, there are some articles in the Korea which are having more number of citations. For example, one article is around, and there are some articles which are not being cited, though they are important. Then what happens? Then quality of
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the disadvantage is the H index results are inconsistent because you are going to get the H index when you go and check the H index in a Google Scholar. You are going to get the different H index, and in the Web of Science the H index will be different, and in the Scopus again in the Scopus, one second, someone is asking for the one second repeat ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. Okay, so here what happens, the H index is not consistent because in the different web pages, in the different search engines, you are going to get the H index is quite different because they have their own methodology. Because in a Web of Science and the number of citations, because what happens in the Google Scholar, you are going to get whether the journal is indexed in Web of Science or Scopus or PubMed or in a Med Science. It is going to have even the non-Web of Science index, non-Scopus index, non-PubMed index, all are we are going to get it in the Google. So the H index is going to be more. But in the case of Web of Science, only the peer-reviewed articles, the information of the peer-reviewed articles are going to be get it in the Web of Science. When it comes to the Scopus, only the elsewhere publications details are going to be get it in the Scopus. So because of that, because of variation in the citation, because of the variation in the number of articles, the H index is going to be changes in each search engine. It may be in the Google search engine, it may be in the Web of Science search engine, even in the Scopus search engine, the H index is going to be different. Now coming to the self-citation. Self-citation, nothing but I have published an article. When I'm publishing a second article, I will cite my article. Then what happens? There is an increase in one citation. So such thing is going to happen. Again, this is a disadvantage because only the H index is measured by the citation as well as number of articles. If I cite one article, my own article, which have been published the previous year, then what happens? We are going to get one citation. And one more point is the results of the H index cannot be compared with the different among the researchers. So what happens? I will be having 5 H index. The other person will be having the same 5 H index, but my articles, I have published 100 articles, but only the 5 articles have got 100 citations. The remaining 95 have not got the citation. So my H index will be only 5. But the other person who has published only the 5 articles, all the 5 articles have got the 5 citation. Each article have got the 5 citation. Because of that, he has got the 5 H index. Are you getting what I'm explaining?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is what andre ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು 100 ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ನಂದು H index 100 ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ all the 100 articles should have, each and every article should have 100 citations. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Even 99 ಇದ್ರೂ it is not been considered. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ನಂದು for example, I'm the only 5 H index ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. I have published 100 articles. I have got only 5 H index ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. What does it mean? Only my 5 articles have got 100 citations. The remaining 95 have not yet got 100 citations. Because of that, I have got only the 5 H index. So some other person is there. He will be having again 5 H index. Why? Because I mean, he has only 5 articles in Telugu. 5 articles. Even then also he's having 5 H index. Why? Because his 5 articles, each and every articles have got 5 citations. So because of that, the number of citations as well number of articles are equal. So the H index is more. Now, can you compare with the both the person only has published 100 articles, another person has published only the 5 articles? There must be a difference, right? But we cannot, only by seeing the H index, we cannot compare, we cannot genuinely get the validated results by H index. And even the same thing is going to happen with the discipline, different disciplines, because we cannot compare with the nanotechnology with the fine art, with the COVID, I mean the medical, with the technology. So this is going to happen with the H index.